me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Alright, we're back for day 3 of 3 for the back-to-back races, and we're at the Lady in Black in Darlington. We got 34 trucks in the field now. Some breaking news: the 28 truck of Chris McRae has decided to stay with the team, and replacement driver, who is that? Sorry. Liam Turner in the 21 truck. So GMS has decided to expand their operation instead of remain a 2-truck team. I haven't heard too much from the new kid, but I hope he's just as good as Chris, because he's got some big shoes to fill after the last few races McRae has put up. I'm also joined again once again by the number 2 Hooters Ford F-150, Tristan Grace. Tristan, welcome back to the broadcast. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's good to be back, you know. I'm glad I could be in the booth for 2 days in a row.
Glad to have you. And my apologies, it's Liam Tanner, not Liam Turner. We already have a Turner in the field. So it's going to be 92 laps today. It's going to be a bit of a long one, folks, so buckle in, grab some popcorn, and let's start qualifying.
Drivers, to your
All right, looks like Aiden Wright is picking up right where he left off. Qualifying on pole with his new sponsor, Champion Power, and Tristan Grace, looks like you got outside pole once again. I'm hoping for...
Hopefully it goes a little bit different this time.
I'm hoping for better luck for your team today, getting off to a rocky start. Last time we didn't even see you take the green flag, finishing in 40th position, but I'm sure you're gonna do far better today. Can't get much worse, right?
No, I don't think so, you know. And then in 27th, we have our rookie driver, the 91 of Chris Green.
Chris Green And so we got some new colors for your truck this time. Let's go to full screen here so we can see better. Got Metallica theme in the back. I see we got, is that Master of Puppets if I'm not mistaken, in the back?
Yes, this year is the 35th anniversary of that album.
There you go, eh? So Master of Puppets in the back, Hooters on the sides and front, and we also got a Haviland style throwback base to that truck. So let's see how things go. While we take the pace lap, I'm just going to quickly show you our keys to the race for this one. It is the Lady in Black, so we got the Darlington stripe as the #1 key to the race. All the rookies out there are going to probably learn the hard way what everybody means by Lady in Black. Gonna get that stripe early. Keep your truck clean as possible, but it's inevitable everyone's going to come out of here with a stripe. Second key is going to be slower equals faster. Now, this track is extremely abrasive. Trucks are going to be about 2 to 3 seconds slower at the end of a run. You want to save those tires early and save everything you got for the last little stint, and you will end up going faster. Third and last one, we got probably the most difficult pit entry on the schedule here. It goes from high banks to almost flat, and on top of that, it's a very sandy surface. So it's going to be slippery. Trying to get in there, you don't want to hit those barriers. We wouldn't be surprised if we saw some trucks miss pit road entry. About 30-35 laps for a pit window, mostly because of tires, but the fuel is going to be about that length too. And 92 laps today, so let's get into it. About to take the green flag. Aiden Wright is your pole sitter, leading us to green.
Boogity, 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 boys. Let's go. I don't know. I couldn't come up with one.
Get the
this
Lady
time.
in Black today.
Yeah, go racing at the Lady in Black. Row-back racing.
Couple of trucks with their throwback teams. As you can see, that 43 truck rocking some new colors of Greg Shetner. Went with the fluorescent green style. More Irish looking, I suppose. Kind of a tribute to the 03 Mopar Dodge. If we can get a better look at that, we can. Oh, geez, of course the base car was there. You can see the barbed wire on that 43 truck. Looks very similar to the #1 truck of Ted Musgrave, if I'm not mistaken, from 2003.
I believe you're right there, Alex. And he's got those Evernham Motorsports fonts on that 43.
So a Chevy that thinks it's a Dodge today. Yeah, 30. A tribute to the 33. You got to make your mark in this league before you can get a tribute here, Dave. But I like your style. You can see that 33 truck is around 15th or so, taking us to the green. Looks like he was 12th on the last lap. As Aiden Wright continues to lead, everybody is kind of sorting themselves out, single file. You don't really want to be too wide most of this lap, because especially turn 3 and turn 4, it gets extremely tight, and sooner rather than later you're going to find yourself in the wall. That 29 truck of Jess Hanna looking to rebound a little bit from yesterday's misfortune, involved in a wreck not of his own making. And I haven't seen the 93 truck, and we're on lap 4, so I'm a little concerned about him. Not sure where he's at right now. Looks like he is 36th. Wow, that's very uncharacteristic for Carlos Perez, or not our point leader anymore after yesterday's misfortune, but right up there nonetheless.
He's just giving him a head start, Alex.
Yeah, maybe there's a balance of power happening here. Put in a little extra weight in those trucks as they keep on winning. But it doesn't seem to be slowing down his teammate much, as he's still in the lead. Led every lap so far.
There goes the 2 and the 29 zipping by the 41 on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like that 49 truck of Paul Erickson, a rookie, may not know what it's like to save as much as tires go. we might have to learn that the hard way as we go along. Lots of race to go still. We're on lap 7. The battle up front is getting a little bit tighter. 43 truck looking to make a pass.
At top 3, you can't stir them with a stick right now, Alex.
Not at all.
There goes the 43 on the inside.
It looks like Wright is going to get the better exit, but I don't know. That 43 truck seems to be committed to that low line. Let's see. Oh, and I forgot to congratulate you. You took the green flag today, so that's a good start for that number 2 truck. And
oh yeah, we did.
looking to improve on that second place starting position by at least 1 today, I'm sure. Looking for your first win to lock yourself into the playoffs, as we only have 3 races to go, including this one.
Yeah, it'd be good to see that, you know, get the 2 truck into the playoffs, if not the 91.
I'm sure you'd be happy with either of them getting a win or making the playoffs. As for myself, I'm just hoping to make the show. Not sure if we have the truck to win the championship this year, but keep improving. As we see a lead change for the first time in this race as Greg Shetner in that 43 O'Reilly Auto Parts Chevrolet take the lead.
43 with a power move on the inside there.
Yeah,
could this be the race where Toyota finally gets knocked off?
Yeah, they've won the last 6 races, if I'm not mistaken. So it'd be nice to...
Yeah.
Wait, what? We're on race, what, 8? Is this race 8? So they've won the last 7. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's quite a feat. I'm sure Chevy and Ford have been working tirelessly to dethrone that, because they are walking away with this Manufacturers' Championship. If I'm not mistaken, they are 19 points ahead of Chevy, who's in second. That almost seems insurmountable at this point, but there is still plenty of season left. But that huge lead is not going to hurt them at all. Finish lap 11 on to lap 12 now. About halfway through the pit window, will be around lap 15, 16. Seeing as this is a 92 lap race, if we get, God forbid I say the word, a caution-free race, you're going to want to maybe stay out until lap 31 would be the minimum. Anyone who pits before that is going to be looking at a 3-stop race, and that may seem like an advantage at the start. You're going to have to make that extra pit stop at the end, and that's going to kill any good finish you might have at the time. Still see they're single file. I mean, the racing here isn't notoriously great side-by-side racing, but it's more of a driver's track in the fact that you're going to want to save your stuff, and usually the fastest truck finds its way to the front. Go through the field a little bit. We see that 2 trucks still in the 3rd position, like Paul Erickson, and that 41 still hanging on to 4th. See a small battle here for the 5th position. Looks like the 29 is looking under the 5 truck of Danielle Baker. He looks to stay in at least 6th position, although there's a nice train behind her willing to take that spot if she makes another mistake. See a nice overhead view. Couple of small battles, but it is going to be a very slow burn race, I would think. No cautions yet, which is rather surprising, but maybe all these trucks are handling pretty good, and might see something once these tires start to get underneath them a little and get a little bit more slip and slide.
There's the number 7 Burger King truck.
Yeah, he didn't have a great sponsor debut race yesterday. Not sure exactly where he finished, but I don't recall him being close to the front. That one is BRM Motorsports. You can see team owner Hope Torres right behind him. So Hope Torres seems to be very consistent so far. I wouldn't say she's had stellar performances, with the exception of was it Homestead where she won?
Yeah, it was. I think it was Homestead.
I believe it was. But you know what? She finds herself more often than not in the top 15, top 10, and while that's good for the regular season, especially after you lock yourself in with a win, I think she might need to just step it up ever so slightly to be a serious title contender. I wouldn't vote against her, though, in any aspect. I really think that 26 truck is going to be probably at the very least in the final 8. Likely the final 4 if they can improve just a little bit. See that 84 truck right behind these two Toyotas. Virginia Brock, impressed early in the season, has faded a little bit over the last race or two. She's doing quite well today, 9th position. Where's your second truck at, Christian? Looks like he's rocking. He's in the top 20 spot, 19th.
Yeah, 19th, barely holding on to that top 20 there.
Looks like we have a caution on the track. Although I'm seeing red flags on the lights. Not sure if red flag is in order, but looks like we might have had a little bit of an incident here. Let's try and find out what the cause of it was. I see that 85 truck with some side damage. Looks like he might have been involved in some way. Seeing anything here. Okay, so maybe the 85 just was a victim of the Darlington stripe. See Natalie Decker in that 44 truck. Like she was off the pace. Might have just
looks like that truck just lost power.
Yeah, it looks like just died on her. I don't see any smoke or anything of that sort. But just came to a full stop on the speedway on the backstretch. And that's not a healthy sign for that truck, but that'll be the cause of the yellow. Thankfully, it was just an AI truck and not one of the player trucks, but we might have our first pit stops as we join now live, and yeah, we can see pit stops happening. Gonna try and get the race off pit road. This awesome camera angle. That's the 44 truck. Looks like she fired her truck back up, but she might be a lap down. 43 first off, 18, 29, 5 beating the 26. You can see the rest of the trucks coming off.
What has happened to the 2? That is incredible. Incredible loss there on pit road for the 2.
Have you not crossed the line yet? I don't recall seeing.
I crossed the line earlier, like a couple seconds ago.
Oh, might have had a lug nut jam. See, all these trucks are trying to figure out who came off pit road first and sort themselves out. As you can see, the red flag is waving on the track. I'm not sure what exactly that would be for. Might be a small track issue. We'll go back, replay the number 2. See what happened in his pit stop. They all came in the pits. It's like a routine stop here. I didn't see any damage on that truck, so I'm not sure what would have caused the delay. Just be one of those deals that my truck keeps having, where he just chills in the pit road, maybe grabs some ice cold water and some ice cream. Yeah, that is quite the loss. About 5 positions or so.
It appears the same thing happened to the 41 there.
Yep. Well, you know, that's just a byproduct of these junior pit crew members, you know, you want to improve those as much as you want to improve your truck. And it can cost you, as you just saw from a couple trucks out there. It'll cost you about 5 spots or so. And, you know, just keep in mind, this was under caution. So if that was under green, it probably would have been 2 or 3 times worse than what you just saw. But, you know, lap 22 of 92 looks like they're still going to have to probably make 2 more stops as this thing hasn't quite hit its full stride. Not even at the the 1/3 mark. Could very well be a tire strategy race from here on out. Still have 1 more lap of caution to go. It looks like that 93 truck has scored a lap down. I'm not sure what happened there. I completely missed that one. Did you catch anything while I was...
I never caught anything with the 93 there.
So it looks like our 2nd place truck in points was on pit road. It's like, yeah, you took the caution. Okay. Although quite near the back, which is very uncharacteristic for Carlos Perez on a speedway. But as you can see, everything looks fine till this point. And ooh, just gets a... oh, okay, a little bit of contact from the 00 and the 85, and it causes him to require a tow to pit road, and that is why. Ouch. That's not good for our 2nd place truck in points, but for the rest of the field, I'm sure is extremely excited about that, as we have half a lap to go before we go green. And that 93 truck is now scored on the lead lap, so I'm a little confused as to what the heck's going on here. Seems to be quite slow, but starting in 40th, even if you're on the lead lap, is a huge disadvantage on this track. It's very difficult to pass here. A tow from his stall to his stall. Yeah, exactly. That's the AI in this game for you. Come back to the white flag. We see that 44 truck 2 laps down. 43 leading us back to green. He's been a strong truck all afternoon. See if he can continue after these pit stops and see if they made changes for the better or worse. That 44 truck wants one of her 2 laps back. He's not giving the 43 any slack. The 18 retakes the lead. 29 close behind following.
Oh, and the 44 up on that top line, that's going to push the 43 back definitely a few spots.
Yeah, she wasn't very high up to begin with, so something amiss on that truck this afternoon, and the 43 is going to start sinking like a rock if he can't get past her anytime soon.
It's going to be like a replay of Daytona where that, I believe it was the same 44 truck was on the bottom and got that bottom line all...
Yeah, it's one of the Nice Motorsports trucks. I remember that. It's destroyed a lot of good finishes for top teams. But most of those trucks have rebounded from then, as we follow the number 9 truck, who's been silent runner all afternoon. Slowly making his way now into the top 5. Looking for another good finish out of this truck. Not sure what to expect. It's either an extremely good day and an extremely bad day for this guy. Just can't seem to put a full race together since we started this whole thing. So next race will be at Knoxville. Going to be the first dirt race It's an exciting track. I've done some testing there with these guys, and they're prone to making a few mistakes. You know, a couple self spins, can't get the truck stopped in time, get a few, you know, scratched fenders, we'll say. It's gonna be an exciting race. It's gonna be, you know, the race just before we go back to Daytona, which will end the regular season for these guys. It's gonna be the next 2 races after this are absolutely critical to stay out of trouble and finish as high as possible. For those who are close to the cutoff mark, we saw Aiden Wright win at Circuit of the Americas yesterday. We have a lead change, 29 truck going low on the 18, and now he's just dropping back extremely quickly. Not sure what happened there, if it just caught him off guard. He falls down to 4th now.
Oh, there could be a problem with that truck, Alex.
The exception of Aiden Wright here, I'd say the Eliza Racing trucks haven't had the best afternoon. As I was saying though, Aiden Wright kind of upset the playoff bracket a little bit, sitting in 39th, only 2 points out of 35th. Likely a contender for the playoffs to knock out somebody who's sitting in 16th, and cause these guys to maybe panic a little bit if this keeps happening with these new drivers entering the series. If they can get in the top 35 in points, we may see a bit of an upset come playoff time. It is right now. I think your last place finish didn't help you too much, Tristan. You're sitting 13th in points, if I'm not mistaken, from our conversation earlier. How do you feel about making the playoffs?
I feel like with a good, strong run here, we could get back up to our top 10 spot in the playoffs. And Knoxville, I don't know how that's going to go, being a dirt track and all, but definitely strong at Daytona as well, as you can tell by our win in our performance in the first race of the season at Daytona. We were up front for a good bit until a couple lap trucks just came our way, and we sort of dropped like a rock a couple times.
Yeah, it's
but I feel like we can still hold on.
It's definitely a track where you're gonna need a little bit of luck to make it through if you're close to that cutoff point. Personally, I think this race in Knoxville are the last ones that require too much driver skill. The rest of it's just going to be all pit crew and just a sprinkle of luck in order to advance yourself if you're close to that cutoff line.
Am I just now noticing the Doge on Jess Hanna's rear quarter panels there?
Yeah, I think you are. That one's been there since race 1. He's got that on the rear quarter panel. A little bit of dog luck, if you will. He's a believer of the Doge. I think we have another truck with that logo on it, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But in the online league we run, there is a couple of Dogecoin trucks or cars out there, so it's gaining some momentum over Bitcoin.
Well, you know, cryptocurrency is the future.
That's what I'm told. It's like Dave won't be making any guest appearances in the booth anytime soon. He is a strong believer of the commentator booth of misery curse. I don't think that's the case. I mean, sure, we kind of biffed it yesterday, but I think you know, you're still in the top 10, running strong. I think
there's no way it could possibly happen again. It was a one-time thing.
I'm glad you said that, because if I had said that, something probably would have gone wrong, and you'd be my first and last visitor up here. But if anyone else wants to, if anyone else wants to give it a try, just shoot me a PM and you can join me for a couple races. See, that 43 truck has slid back a little bit since the pit stops. Slid down to 5th position with that 48 truck of Lily Holmes in 6th place. I was talking to her team owner, Matt Moss of Mattitude Motors, and he's very adamant on making sure she makes the playoffs this season. I don't want to get involved in too many team politics, but her job may be on the line if she doesn't start performing to his expectations. Do you think it's a little early to be making...
Wasn't her career on the line since Homestead?
Well, since her first race, from what I'm told, but then I guess she had a few solid performances. Now I think she's sitting maybe high teens in the points. Not too far off a playoff spot, mind you, but that is a strict team owner. I must say, not willing to invest in the future of his team, although that's all he keeps preaching. He needs to have a little bit of patience with these young drivers. I think they can perform well if you give them the right equipment and the right time. Matt, I think you need to change your Mattitude, if you will. Sorry, I just thought of that.
That was so.
It was so
bad.
It was terrible. Ooh, shots fired from the Grub camp. Spewing lack of leadership from Mattitude Motors is the reason.
I mean, I wouldn't say lack of leadership. Matt knows how to put together a real professional, clean-looking team. And then it just seems like it's the drivers that don't know how to take advantage of the opportunities they're given.
I hope you're right, because it doesn't sound like he's going to have the same driver lineup come next season if things keep going the way they're going. Personally, for me, I'm willing to let the drivers have their job security for at least this season. Of course, we haven't exactly had the best performances from team leader here, but he's in first place right now, which is never bad. It's been a very horrible season for Jarvie Motorsports. I can speak on behalf of myself that the team is there. It's willing to compete. We've had strong trucks. It just, the whole race package just isn't there for us yet. And you know, if it means we have to stay in the truck series a couple more seasons to improve that, then so be it. I'm in no rush here. We'll see what happens. We need money, of course, so that might explore my interest in moving up to Xfinity after this season, but just mainly as a cash machine to fund better performances for our main aspect right now, which is the truck series. Not sure what your plans are, Tristan, but I'm here for the long haul. I believe you gotta be competitive in order to be successful, and luck will come eventually our way if we can start putting together these full races.
Yes, you asked about my strategy, Alex. I don't believe that I'm going to move up to Xfinity until this team wins a truck championship.
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy. I mean, moving up to Xfinity is going to be great and all. We're going to have to see what the other team owners do. I might just have to kind of follow their suit, or I could just sit back and learn from their mistakes, see what happens. But like you, I'm in no rush to move up if I don't need to, but we want to stay competitive, and we'll win a truck championship one of these days, I'm sure. Like Matt is almost ready to fire himself as a driver based off the chat right now. See a bit of a feminist war happening. Dave Grubb accusing Matt of being sexist because Lily Owens is a girl. That's interesting. I believe Lily is a female, Matt, but not sure what you've been calling her in the shop. Maybe that's why she doesn't want to race for you, and maybe she might flunk the season because of it.
Isn't it National Women's Month or whatever, Matt?
Oh,
and you're going to threaten to fire your driver?
Oh, Matt. Just one of those team owners that just needs to learn to know when he's defeated. We're looks like we're nearing our first green flag pit stops. We're on lap 50 at the line. I believe they last pit on lap 20 or 21 under yellow, so we should start seeing some of these trucks come in within the next 5 laps or so. Of course, that number 9 truck has had notoriously bad pit stops all season, so the bar is low right now if the 9 can maintain the lead coming out of the pits. However, for that 26 truck, they have been quite good, if memory serves correctly, on green flag pit stops, so we might have a lead change in the next little while. That 29
yeah, hopefully
truck.
the money...
Sorry, go ahead, Tristan.
Yeah, hopefully the money that we put into our pit crew strategy is going to pay off today.
Yeah, I expect we had quite a few upgrades between yesterday and today. But it seems that the owners are primarily focusing on the actual truck stats and not the pit crew stats. So if we can, you know, start seeing these pit crews get a little better, I think it could start to be a bigger advantage than most people think. Especially for green flag stops. It's not only gain you a few seconds, could get you difference between first and you know, 10th if your pit crew is not up to the task. Looks like we're starting to have some pit stops. That number 3 truck on the pit road, let's focus on him.
Team owner Matt Moss coming in.
Man under fire. That 26 truck made an early pit stop with the 9. Looks like those are the only 3 trucks that came in on this first lap. Just Hannah. I'm not going to read the comments anymore because I'm just getting distracted.
Dave. Oh, man.
29 trucks staying out on these green flag laps, and looks like he's finally coming in a lap after the majority of the pack comes in. This should be the last group of trucks pitting. See that 33 truck and the 18 truck following him. Couple trucks leaving now, so this is gonna be this is one of the tighter pit roads, I would say. It's maybe just a little over 3 lanes wide. Nowhere to go if a truck comes out in front of you. There's walls on the left and right hand side. See that second group exiting pit road. Still waiting for those 3 trucks that pit on the first lap to come by, so keep in mind that fresh tires are going to be key here. So while Jess is now looks like gonna cycle out in 3rd or maybe even 4th, you'll probably gain on them for the entire stint here, as he has 3 lap fresher tires. Now focus back.
Look who's up front right now, the number 89.
89 truck, I think that might be from the previous lap. Yeah, it looks like it's cycling through now.
Oh,
Number 9 truck surprisingly had a good green flag pit stop. I'm actually pretty proud of my boys right now. I think they got word that I wasn't happy the last few races, and they stepped it up a little. So 48 of Lily Holmes in 3rd place. I can't imagine this will do her any harm when he gets out of the truck, when he talks to Matt for a debrief. Matt's ready to fire his entire team. So the 29 truck has got the freshest tires, followed closely by that number 2 truck of Mr. Grace. And
I can smell you, Jess.
Two F-150s going at it on the track, followed closely by Mike Carroll, who's been kind of off the radar for us this afternoon. He's looking to have another good finish. I don't think he did too well at the road course, but turning left and right isn't for everyone. Cycle through number 3 truck in 7th place, getting outperformed by a female. His teammate, Lily Holmes. I wonder what he'll think about that. Maybe that's why he's ready to fire her. He's just insecure. But who knows? Looks like Aiden Wright, yesterday's race winner, sliding back a little bit in that 8th position, looking to make a pass for 7th. And Virginia Brock rebounding nicely from her last race as well. Had a nice top 10 finish. 33 truck getting low on the 3 of Moss. And how about that number 28 truck? Was supposed to have his final race 2 races ago. Decided to stay in the truck for one more race. Did okay. I would say I think he finished top 15 or top 10 if I'm not mistaken. And then yesterday put on a kind of a surprising performance, finishing 2nd. And team owner Greg Shetner convinced him to stay on for at least the rest of the season. Still gonna do some drag racing, I hear, on days he's not racing trucks, but looks like his primary focus is back on making the playoffs and staying in the series.
It could have been just a publicity stunt for MS Motorsports over there.
True. It did get them a little bit more TV time, if I'm not mistaken. Could have been a ploy by Lucas Oil. They have been in motorsports for quite some time. They do know how to get their brand out there, that's for sure.
They do have excellent advertising capabilities. I remember as a kid going into the Napa Auto Parts with my stepdad, to pick up some sort of implement for the tractors on a ranch, and they'd have the little things that the gears that you can turn, and it has like the Lucas oil versus regular oil.
Ah, yes.
You can see how it sticks to the gears.
Even we had that up here in Canada. I remember that very well, and that was fun. That was fun to play with those gears.
I wonder if they sell them on Amazon.
I'm sure you can find something like that on eBay or something. And we see some smoke on the track. Engine failure for that 84 truck. Virginia Brock having a great run. Was in the top 10, but looks like this might be her final lap of the race, as that smoke is looks terminal. Hopefully it doesn't bring out a caution and these trucks can continue to race, but there might be a little bit of fluid on the track. She pulls
you can get one of those on Amazon for $20.
There you go.
I'm ordering it right now.
Looks
This is
like
on my mom's Amazon account, but my card's on it, and she's gonna ask, "Why did you order that?" And I'm like, "It's a investment, Mom."
something to look at when you're bored. And yeah, looks like her day is finished. That's unfortunate for her. She needed a good race to rebound, and looks like today isn't going to be the day, as we have a lead change. Hope Torres takes the lead from Alex Jarvie, and looks like these two are kind of walking away from each other. About 6 seconds ahead of the next truck of Mike Carroll, who is quickly climbing the field, but might just be a little bit too far back to get a win unless he has a little bit of help from the yellow flag. See that huge pack of trucks there, looks like from 3rd to 8th, all lined up head to toe. Mike Carroll leads that charge for that second group, trying to gain on these leaders, and looks like he gained about 15 hundredths that last lap, so he is coming quickly. Got a few laps before we have another green flag round of stops, so let's kind of go through the field here. Haven't focused too much on the trucks outside the top 10, so let's go back a little bit and see where everyone's at. I was trying to focus on that 91 of Chris Green, who has climbed the field pretty good since the restart, and looks like he's sitting up there in 12th, 11.5 seconds behind the leader. He's having himself a good day. You see that?
Yeah, he's impressive, but is he now the proud owner of a Lucas Oil gear oil demonstrator display? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a first world luxury right there. 43 truck has continued to slide down the field all day long. Not sure if they have the handling quite right on that truck, but looks like he's losing a few more positions as we go. That number 7 truck of McAvoy now taking 13th, and the 20th of Wayne King, who we haven't talked about too much since yesterday. On his alternate pit strategy. Didn't quite work out for him, but I think he still finished around 25th or so. Which could have been probably a little worse if he pit with everyone else. What else we got back here? Number 5 truck of Danielle Baker, also part of that controversial Matitude Motors team. Another female on the team. Not sure what her future will hold, but she's having a solid race. Sitting, oh, wait, where is she? 16th place. Followed closely by Zach Shaw, who team owner Keith Hughes has been fairly patient with his drivers, but when you're getting outperformed consistently by another rookie, it's hard to compete and prefer or maintain to be that number 1 driver on the team. He's been questionable as to what his plans will be after this season, if he even makes it to the end of it. Keith Hughes is a patient owner, and I think he's doing well with his young proteges, but I don't think the performance has been quite there with Mr. Shaw. He's still quite low in the standings. Danielle has had a few less races, and she's already quite higher. We'll see what happens to this Rackley Roofing Ford F-150, but as it is right now, it's looking like Mr. Shaw needs to pick it up a little bit in order to keep his seat. Got that number 1 truck of Vince Curtis, 18th place. He's had more good performances than mediocre ones, so this is going to fall under a mediocre one. He's having a quiet day in 18th as it is, but nothing too much to report else from this truck. That 6 truck, who was quite low start, he's making his way up slowly, 19th place. Not too bad for Sean Cohen. Doing alright. Followed closely by that newly painted number 4 truck of Chip Chase, who started out yesterday quite well and just faded, and finally that, I guess he had a flat tire, was the official reason of his DNF, and it caused that huge wreck with what was it? The 93 truck and the 29 having a big wreck, the backstretch. So he's rocking the Plan B sales sponsors finally.
Yeah, very, very beautiful truck.
Yeah, Plan
that he
B
has
trucks
right
are
there.
Plan B trucks are always pretty. I like the light blue with the white. It's a nice color
The
palette.
number he's got on there, I believe that came from Turner Scott Motorsports, I think. The
Yeah.
truck team.
Not bad, not bad. He's got some local flavoring sponsorship on that truck bed, and looks like those rear quarter panels. I can't quite read what it says, but I would assume it's a big brand back in Russia. Followed by
And
that.
there's no brands in Russia. It's only government stuff.
Yeah,
They're communists, remember, Mac?
I can't read
Alex?
Russian. I can't read Russian, but it looks appropriate, so we'll let it swing for now. 80 truck of Charles Baker. Having a quiet afternoon. Last time I checked, 21st place. 89 truck of John Jacobs. Another quiet afternoon. 22nd. He hasn't quite had the performances that I would have liked, but you know, small gains, everything helps as long as he's not in any trouble and brings those trucks home. He's safe for the season. Looks like he's followed closely by his new teammate Juan Ramirez, that 24 truck. Like we got Turner Woodward right behind them. That 93 truck slowly making headway, up about 14 positions since the restart. 25th. It's like Catalina Schwartz, who lost the Rookie of the Year point lead to, I think, Charles Baker in the last race. It's a couple points away. She's doing a stellar job this season, even though this is a tough track. She's doing all right. 26th place. Can't ask for too much more from a rookie, I suppose. And we got Billy Sharp in the VRM Motorsports truck, 27th. We got the 23 truck of Francisco, and I just noticed on the rear windshield it doesn't say his last name. It says Francisco with an exclamation mark. So props to you, Dave. I just found that Easter egg. It's a nice touch. He's having a quiet afternoon.
Such a jokester.
Yeah, he's the comedian of the league. I mean that in a good way, not like he's the joke. We got Vladimir Makarov, the Russian owner of the Sovitek Motorsports team. He won his first race in the series, and it's been more or less a quiet season since that highlight on the Daytona road course. He's pretty much going to be locked into the playoffs, but I think he needs to be one of those guys that needs to step it up for the next few races in order to be a serious contender for the championship this year. That's just AI truck, and right here, nearing the end of the lead lap trucks, we got the WK Racing 25 of Brody Walker in one of his first starts. I think this is his third race or fourth race today. He's sitting in 32nd. Not a great performance, but you know, speedways aren't for everyone, and this is one of the harder ones, so it's just a byproduct of his style of racing. And that looks to be it for the lead lap trucks as we cycle back front. Like that 9 truck is regained the lead from the 26 and is starting to pull away. However, that second group is much closer as we have our second round of green flag pit stops. Number 9
Should be
of
the
Jarvis
last ones of the race, Alex.
should be, barring any setbacks and some damage, should be okay. Looks like Hope stayed out that extra lap. Maybe she wants to see if she can do the overcut on that 9 truck, but I don't think that's the best strategy. Looks like that advantage goes to the 9 now as to who's going to come out as the leader. I don't see any other trucks coming down pit road with him, at least for as far as the leaders. So this could be a sink or swim strategy for that number 9 truck. As looks like a lot of trucks stayed out another lap. I think that 26 truck came in. So let's go to her. She makes her stop. This is pretty much going to be for the win if we stay green. 9 truck gets off pit road nice and clean. Definitely want to take 4 tires and fuel, even though there's only a handful of laps left. Oh, okay, 2 tires. Sorry, I must have missed that. Did the 9 truck take 2 tires, or? I'm not exactly sure now, but looks like the 26 truck is taking 2 tires and just topping off fuel. And yeah, that 9 truck is right there, so he must have taken 2 tires. As we have a caution on the speedway, and this is going to crush a lot of trucks' hopes. Wow.
Specifically, Alex and
yeah, looks like Hope and
Torres.
It's like that 82 truck was involved in that, and we have quite a few trucks that made green flag pit stops already. Keith Hughes was a lap down, a very uncharacteristic day for the points leader. Looks like he wasn't involved. Ah, here we go. Whoa, 13 truck upside down.
Wow.
Couple of trucks
That is
involved.
big.
Been a fairly quiet day and mostly clean. You can see the 69 and the 13 get involved in something, and then they just hit that safer barrier, and of course nowhere to go on this track once trucks start lining up sideways, and oh, that's gonna end his day.
Haley Deegan into the 13. That is
5 truck
incredible.
involved. 82 came around and just kind of, it's like these guys are just trying to avoid it at all costs, and they're scraping the walls. Everyone's getting their Darlington stripe in late. But that is a huge blow for the 2 fastest trucks of this race, the number 9 and the 26. Again, once just a terrible luck for that number 9 truck as we see these leaders coming in, make their final pit stops under caution. Is this going to end the race, I wonder? I hope not, if these guys are coming into pit. Yeah, Stegan took a huge fucking dump all over the 13. And that'll end his race. But good news for you folks watching. Come Knoxville, if we can get one more team truck in the field, we're at 34 now. If we can get one more, I will just take out these AI trucks altogether. We'll just have nothing but player trucks for the rest of the season, including the playoffs. So that'll be nice for people that aren't necessarily strong, or if they have a bad day, you know, the worst they can finish is 35th. And I don't think that 25 truck is the leader, so we're gonna have to wait until things cycle through to find out who's taking the lead. I'm not sure if that 9 truck or 26 truck will be on the tail end of the lead lap, or maybe somehow still on the lead lap. I'm not sure. Gonna have to wait and find out when they hit the stripe. But I don't know. Who do you who's your favorite? If the 9 and 26 are out of it, who are you gonna take to win this one?
That's a good one. I don't know. I'll have to look at the leaderboard as they come around to the stripe here.
If that 50 truck is still in contention, I'll put my money on him. At the very least, Jess Hanna has been quite strong today as well, but that 50 truck looked to be the strongest truck in the last few laps coming to the pit stops here. And looks like that 33 truck is our net leader. Looks like he has a little bit of side damage, and the 9 and 26 are in fact a lap down. Very unfortunate for them, but it's the risk you take when you gotta hit early. Get any advantage you can on your opponent. You do things like that, which cause you to, you know, go the risk of being a lap down. Looks like we got in second place that 80 truck, and so with less than 10 laps to go, it's going to be single file restarts. And he's about three... They got about 3 trucks in between them. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but let's take a look at that number 3 truck. Carlos Perez. Right up there when it counts at the end of the day. Looking for another top 5 finish, and it's looking good for him again. I don't see that 50 truck anywhere. Looks like he's 10th. But that's going to be too far back if we have a 1 or 2 lap shootout. That's unbelievable how that 93 truck just keeps getting lucky. But, you know, luck is a huge part of motorsports, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good. But I'll tell you who the luckiest truck out there is right now. That 90 or that 33. Dave Grubb sitting pretty. He's got 3 cars in between him and second, and I think we're about to find out if this race is going to end under caution or if we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. And the lights are out on the pace trucks, so we got a 1-lap shootout here.
It's exciting.
Dave's happy he's got 2 trucks in the top 10, but one of his drivers is in the ICU. Yeah, if it's not too late to change my pick on this winner, I'm gonna take that 33 truck, but that's probably the obvious choice right now.
I'm gonna go against the people here, and I'm gonna say that the 93 will be able to pull something off.
Yeah, I'd say we got a bit of a development here. 83 truck slow on the track. He is a lap down. But this might look like he's coming in, which will drop him from at... Oh, and the 80 truck. Ooh, what's going on here? 80 truck low on the apron, coming to the white/green flag, and these 2 trucks are both off the pace. Did he not take enough fuel? Seems to be quite slow, and that's a horrible thing for that truck. He's had so many... Oh, and he got the 93 coming in the pit road.
Ducks on the pit road.
What the heck? Did these guys not pit? I wonder. This is going to leave this wide open for the 33, as now his 2 nearest competitors are coming down the pit road, and it looks like the 93... Oh, and the 33 is ducking down.
What?
Oh my god, what the heck is going
insanity.
on? As the 9 truck takes the white... 9 truck takes the green flag, as all these trucks are coming to a stop. Did they run out of fuel? Looks like that 5 truck is slow. The 23 truck is slow. Wow. So who's the leader now? The 89 truck.
Wow.
And he's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. Who is it then?
The 89 truck's out of fuel now. We got a huge wreck. And
Here he goes to the finish line.
Where's the 2 truck?
He's posted in second right now.
Tristan, you are the leader. The 2 truck comes to the checkered flag and wins in a shocker.
What?
Unbelievable.
No.
50 truck taking second. Then looks like you got 3rd place too. Wow.
What? Oh, wow.
What the hell just happened?
Have you ever?
Oh my god, I have never seen that many AI trucks run out of fuel in my life.
That is...
Looks like you're out of fuel now too. These guys really cut it close on fuel, and you know, if this was overtime, I would say like that makes sense. Maybe they just were strategizing for no overtime, but that was a crazy finish.
Wow.
Wow. Let's go back and watch that final lap.
That was wild, man.
So coming to the green flag here, we got the 50, we got the 33 running out of fuel coming to the white flag. 23 already looks like he's out of fuel
as well.
29 truck on the high side just barely gets through that 23 truck. So at this point, the 89 truck, the 4th truck in line, is your leader with that 2 truck in second place, and you can see just total chaos behind these guys as slow trucks are in the racing line, causing accidents everywhere. And this is where the 89 truck runs out of fuel as the 85 and the 50 slide through. Oh, it looks like that 50 truck just wasn't expecting the 89 to be that slow. And yeah, it looks like the 50 truck could have had something for you there, Tristan, if that 89 truck didn't cause that bit of an accident. And you can just see they're like 4 or 5 wide, and that, oh my god, that 41 truck just going right into the field. 89 just getting barrel rolled. Holy.
Wow.
Well, folks, that's Darlington, baby. That's that. Oh my god, I can't believe the amount of carnage that happened at the end of this run. Wow.
I think it's safe to say, Alex, that we will definitely be coming back to Darlington next season.
This is
after this chaos.
That's unbelievable. I almost feel bad for a lot of these trucks that, you know, had a great race and then something like that happens where they just get caught up in a huge wreck. As you can see, the that 99 truck literally just limping to the finish. Not a bad place to be for the 9 and 26 after all, I would say. It's like they avoided all the carnage, and I think the 9 truck even finished in the top 20. So yeah, it looks like he finished 19th, and wow. How's that for a finish, folks?
I don't even know what I just saw, Alex.
Well, congratulations, Tristan. Not often I can do a post-race interview, but how do you feel after that one?
That was exciting, you know. I swear it's not rigged. I had nothing to do with this. You know, we had that heartbreak yesterday at Circuit of the Americas. We could have had a strong run there, and then we came to Darlington with our fancy throwback scheme for Davey Allison. And we ended up pulling out a win somehow. We were strong pretty much all day. We just got had a few problems on pit road that got us mired back in the pack, and then just all hell broke loose on that last restart, and we just somehow came out with a first place win and a third place finish for our rookie Chase Green or Chris Green.
That's an unbelievable finish for your team. Potentially you'll look into operating a third truck in the future. You know, we can see you'll probably have the funding for that now with your excellent result today. Any word on a third team before the end of the season?
We might see the 42 truck hit the pavement, possibly at Knoxville.
All right.
I say pavement, and then I say Knoxville. The dirt. There we go. We're gonna hit the dirt.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing your team grow. Thanks once again for joining me in the booth. Everyone watching, our tens of fans. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys,
loyal.
Hope you guys like the show. I know it was kind of a bit slow to start, but the excitement at the end should have easily made up for the rest of the race. Thank you so much for joining once again. Hoping to do the next race. Let's shoot for Saturday. Probably a night race on Saturday. I'll let you guys know closer to the date, but thank you once again, Tristan, for joining me. Congratulations. I hope today
before you end this stream, Alex,
Yeah.
I got one thing to say, Alex.
Shoot.
Before you end this stream,
Go for it.
Matt, I'm here in Victory Lane. Bring me a sandwich, bitch.
And there you have it. We have another rivalry off the track. Matt definitely did not make any friends today. Looks like he's going to be the public enemy number one. I can't even. All right. Congratulations, Tristan, on your win. Looking forward to hitting the dirt at Knoxville. It's going to be a wild race. Probably expectations are quite high after this one, so I'm not sure if it'll meet those expectations, but it should be a great race nonetheless. Saturday night dirt racing is always popular in the States, so hopefully it works out, and it's a good performance from a lot of the teams here. I don't have much else to say except for congratulations to the winner, and what a wild finish. I'm still trying to process where everyone ended up. It was quite the show at the end. I gotta look back and watch that, but yeah, that's Darlington. I hope you guys liked it. That was not intentional for it to end that way, but I'm kind of glad. It was exciting finish. So we'll see you guys all in Knoxville on Saturday night, hopefully. Thank you.